Yeah. Yeah, I noticed some of y'all sent me things at strange hours. But yes, I actually looked into trying to get the book because there's a way to print it and whatnot, but the website was down. But you can't buy this because of all the copyright around it. Yep. Right. Um, I, you click it until there's like two nested check marks. Yeah, the first check is proficient. The second one is like half proficient. And the third one is expertise. The cogwheel? What are you talking about? Oh. Hmm. So expertise is your roll plus your proficiency times two? Is that how that goes? Proficient? Yeah. Things keep popping. Oh. I didn't know y'all had cameras on. I was all laying down being lazy. It's a it's a Sauvignon Blanc kind of day, fellas, out of a wicked stage play glass. That's how your DM's rolling today. I gotta remember it's not DM for this game, it's DJM. Anybody? DJM. Jedi Master, bitch. Yeah, that's what I like to tell my wife to call me in bed. Good to see you, Kyle. It's been a hot minute. Oh, I have. Who's that? Oh. Hey, did you get them dog treats, Steve? The dog treats. I sent Larry some dog treats. His dog has like a broken leg or something, right? He's got like a yeah. All right, y'all. So let me all the little dots that you all have, that's just for, learning the system and stuff. That shit drives me crazy during actual games, but it's helpful if we need to be like, "Hey, click over here." But yes, with six of us plus DJM, we're gonna be driving ourselves crazy. Thanks, Hop Dude. If you long left click, you will create a ping. Um, I don't know if you guys can do this, but I can do a shift long click and it'll sort of move the camera. Does someone want to try holding shift and doing a long click? See if it oh, oh, it moved to Hop Dude. Yeah, weird. Shift long click like will center the camera to your ping. So if you said, "Hey everyone, look over here," it looks like it's working for some of y'all. This is like giving me a seizure. All right. Yep, there's some measuring tools and whatnot. Let's do like well, first of all, does anyone else have any questions on getting your sheet set up in Foundry? Okay, control space is your friend. So as long as you know, do you like need to go through to figure out what weapons and equipment you have, or is that in your Yep, yep. Then control space is your friend. Just control space, look for the item. And like I'm noticing right now, your armor class in SW5E is 16 because you have a combat suit and a light physical shield. I'll go ahead and add a combat suit, drag and drop it, and a what is? Oh, the combat suit. And then when I equip those two things, your armor class did indeed jump up to 16, so that is working well. Um, just drag and drop it onto your sheet. So control space, yep, control space to search. If you hit control space, it should pop up a little search bar. You type in, backpack or whatever. And then, yeah, once you search for the thing you want, you just drag and drop it onto your sheet. It's helpful to be in your inventory so you could see that yep, there you go. Backpack added. That bar at the top of your yeah, maybe we should go through character sheets real quick, just briefly. So starting at core, you've got your name up at the top, your little token image deal, your race, your background, your alignment, which is light in this one, and dark. Your proficiency, and up at the top right, your level and your class. You got your armor class, you got your health. You could change those things here. Hit dice for short resting, your initiative modifier, and your speed. There's a little cogwheel by movement, so you can add swim or climb speed or whatever. Ability scores on the left there, little numbers on the far small left corner, and your saving throw numbers on the right. If you clicked on, say, strength, it should pop up with saying, is this an ability check or a saving throw, to determine which of those numbers to use. Then you got all your skills. All of these are just, you click on the word and it'll roll for you. I believe I had it fixed where if you hold down Alt, it gives you advantage. So Is your character Exile or Kyle? Exile. So you have did you click on disadvantage on purpose for your acrobatics? Okay. Yep. Some of those things are built in, and if you have something where every time I roll sleight of hand, I'm supposed to have advantage on the roll, I can go in the background and build it in so it just does it for you. You don't have to think about it. Let's see. So that's all the skill checks there. Resources and traits. If you have a resource that you use, like let's say I know for D&D for action surge for fighters, they can only use it like once per day or something, once per short rest. So it would be kept track in your resources. We got our death saves down there. If I ask you to roll a death save, you just click death save, but you have to be at 0 hit points to use it. Otherwise, you get a little pop-up error. Level of exhaustion. An inspiration box. I will inspire mostly cheesy jokes, things that make me laugh, or clever ideas. Then, what's what? Inspiration. Did I say inspire? Yeah, you never use it. Exactly. So I will give it out freely because y'all forget about it. You got your size, you got your senses, dark vision. If you make sure you like put in 60 feet for dark vision or whatever, because I do believe it affects your token's vision. Um, then all your proficiencies down there and resistances, immunities, vulnerabilities, blah blah blah. Inventories, pretty straightforward. You have your weapons. One of the things that people get caught up on sometimes is equipping the items. There is a very little shade difference between something that you have equipped and something that you don't. But that little shield on the right hand side will tell you if it's equipped or not. But it looks like a very slight shade difference in this system for some reason. A very slight shade difference. But yes, if you don't see it in your heads up display, it's probably because you don't have it equipped. Features. This is where your class is. This is where you level up. If you click on your class, it tells you all the information you need to know at a quick glance. Same thing with your features and stuff. If you're like, hey, don't I have something about this terrain? It's probably in your features. And again, we'll probably have to make sure, because I think like your species, it has a bunch of stuff built in instead of like putting it under features. Features are as in addition to your gear, you can often do a control space to search for a feature. That means someone crit failed and Darth is unhappy. Yeah, right. Force powers, tech powers, effects. You don't really need to worry about. I don't even know if you guys see the effects tab. Does anyone see effects tab? Okay. The effects tab are sort of that automation that I build in. Like I was saying, if you have advantage every time you roll insight, for example, it will be under the effects tab. Also, if I give you like poisoning, and that means all of your attack rolls have disadvantage, it might show up under an effect, which you don't really have to think about unless I tell you to, or if for whatever reason it's not working. But effects are just those things that are operating in the background mechanically. And then your bio. Yeah, feel free to fill in your bio, take notes. If you click on like if I'm on QB sheet, if I click on the little edit thing and type in my notes, there's that little arrow like as in save, like download to disk kind of icon. You're gonna want to click that to save your note. If you don't, it will get lost. But yeah. It yeah. Affects it's sort of like the programming that I do in the background just to make the game run more smoothly. So it's not really anything that you can mess with. But yeah, if you have a special feature, the easiest thing to say is like, hey, I was running a Heron Gone in the Rabbit Folk in another game, and he always got advantage on initiative. And so in Foundry, you can build that in instead of me having to remember to click Alt every time I roll for initiative. So, but they can also be things like, hey, you're grappled, your speed is reduced, or hey, you're blinded. So, yeah, some of it's already built in though. So yeah, that's character sheet. As far as Foundry goes, yeah, a lot of it's done through the automatic importer deal. Yeah, in terms of you got your heads up display, that's sort of all your quick buttons. As long as your shit is equipped, you should see it in inventory. Your class features should pop up. You got all your skills there, all your saves, all your regular checks. Conditions are a little messed up right now. I was trying to figure out they're like doubled for some reason. Not really sure. But also under utility is the roll initiative. But I've been trying to make initiative easy, so I would do something like this, and y'all should have a pop-up. And if you just click it, yeah, wow, you should just click the pop-up, and then we can get the fucking, I guess not. Oh, that's because both of you I imported later, so I'm willing to bet that I need to update my macro. So let me delete that macro. Let me delete the combat turn. And let me recreate the macro to include the slackers who didn't have their... Oh my gosh. It says you're not assigned. How come you're not assigned? Bob and Steve, if you guys will log out and log back into the game, I think it'll give you the option, and you'll have to pick your character, and that makes you assigned. And then once you're assigned, I know. You asked me to do what? These new guys are like, these motherfuckers, what did I sign up for? No, you have to log out because, yeah, when you log out and log back in, the first time you log in, it pops up with this thing where you click like your little color and you click your character that's assigned to you. And once you're assigned, I can build this macro that makes initiative easier. Yeah, it's really annoying. There is a, let me see if I could find the module. Yeah, it's really not. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Laptop form fix is the module that's supposed to fix that. Let me see if, but it says they updated it, so this is for, and I have the updated version. So apparently it might be a Star Wars 5e thing. Is that able to be worked around with the pop out? Okay. Okay. Yep, that's frustrating. Did you, Steve and Bob, did you guys get back in and choose your character when you logged in? Yeah. Let me see if, oh yeah. Yep. Why does it not have your characters on there? No, there isn't. But you have assigned characters. I just... So... Oh, you know what? I found it. Never mind. Is that what you're trying to help me with? Yeah, when you guys logged back in, you just didn't click the character icon, bitches. Nope, it's fine. I got it. Initiative, save as macro. Boom. Save macro. You guys are killing trooper? I'm reviving this trooper, yo. If you let me go into your sheet there, we won't worry about ammunition yet. And I forgot. Oh, are you using your slug pistol? Yeah, if you go under the details, I'll uncheck ammunition, and then down below it says it has 16 out of 16 charges. Oh, there's an ammunition thing. So, okay, now your slug pistol should be good, and vibro dagger shouldn't use ammunition. No. Yeah, you know what's frustrating for me is I'm so used to the D&D setup where red means critical fail, and now every number is red on the right-hand side. Okay. Now let me try to go back into a combat and see if my initiative thing works. Bada boom, bada bing. Steve, did you see that? Great. That'll make going into initiative faster. There's nothing more frustrating than being like, roll initiative, and like 10 minutes later you start the first attack. So yeah, speaking of Foundry, so going into the next thing, if you haven't figured out, on the right-hand side you have all these little mini tabs. There's the chat log. There's the little fist that represents an encounter. I have it set up to where, first of all, if you right-click on any of those or most of those, it will pop out and you can move it around and resize it. But I also have my combat encounter with the little divider bar. So if you haven't seen that, just below begin combat, or maybe you guys see something else, but there's a little dragging bar so you could see the turn order as well as the rolls. Then you got actors, you got items, maybe you got journal entries. I don't know what you all have. There's music. You could change your global volume per user. So for whatever reason, I'm just sort of blasting you with music. You can, yep, edit it on your side. And there's even a little tiny arrow where you can collapse that down and get a little bit more real estate on the screen. Yeah, I sort of messed with the volume. I went up then down. It might have felt like a mute. Anything else popping up for folks that we need to problem solve? Oh yeah, like rogue style. Yeah, let's go into a little. No, you're fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the turn battle here. The turn order. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's role play a little bit. Okay, let's get into characters. Let's do. So we are the edge of the empire. We are on the very popular planet of Tatooine, although it's unpopulated. It is popular in the universe for some reason. And our heroes, man, I have to change my language here. I'm so D&D thinking. This vagabond group of folks of different species and whatnot are on Tatooine. You all probably maybe know each other, maybe don't. But let's do brief introductions. You all saw my prompt. The Shuuta is the little village that is very much like many villages on Tatooine, like Mos Eisley or whatever. It's small, dusty. People are scrapping to get by, and a hut has been leading his own little crime syndicate. And just like with most crime in the area, it involves spice trade. and other illegal activities. You all find yourselves in somehow in connection with the hut. Who wants to start us off with maybe what they've been doing on this day and how they might be involved in the hut? I'll just make y'all roll initiative if you don't do it. Damn it. Oh. Okay, let me Sure. Yeah, so he's scrapping and then how about his connection to Timo? All right. He's Yeah, Timo's actually hired him to find a particular engine part for some of his off-world illicit affairs, and he's got a ship that's missing a part, and you think you could find it. You don't think too much of it. Yeah, you're like, Timo, I'm up for a buck. Exile, you said something about Sharon. What's Exile up to? Yep. Um, it doesn't necessarily need to be working for him, but like when we play next week, we will be starting off where he's after you for some reason. Yeah. Fat shaming. Do you speak Huttese? Yeah, he's actually asked you to gather up a crew and figure out what happened to a recent shipment of his goods. He didn't say what was the goods about, but he told you that there is sort of a route that he feels has been compromised, and he wants you to retrieve the shipment. But he asked you to gather a crew. Was that a good hut voice? All right, who's next? All right. Very nice. Thank you, Euro. We got Beetle, QB. QB? All right. All right. All right. We have B2-TT13. Oh, ha, ha. I give you one more chance. One more chance, Beetle. You. One more chance, you, exile. Take this scrap for part security. Secure my goods with this last scrap, but be careful, he's a little loose. All right. I believe we have. How do you say Minnick? You want more work? Ha ha ha. I got more work for you. This crew looking for my shipment. He turned into a little Russian there. Did you hear that? He's looking for my shipment. Oh man, I gotta work on Star Wars voices. Good to know. But yes, he offers you a chance to earn a little more coin. He sees your disappointment, but of course he doesn't necessarily punish you for your frown. He just offers you more work. So we got a few of the crew together. How does our Bith engineer, our Nautilin, and our Ewok join the party? Y'all are starting to go through the streets of Shuuta with this task from Timo, heading towards the popular route, heading outside of town. Oh yeah, I'll get rid of that real quick. QB, are you in town? You, you see a small party leaving Timo's facilities under secure guard. You see a human and a droid. And who else was with you? Yeah, Jawa. Starting to leave Timo's secure location. Um, you speak maybe basic to him, and he does not. He's not able to speak basic. Yeah, he's able to understand basic though. Or maybe he responds in Java. I don't know. Do you say anything in Java? Okay. How about our friend Euro? Are you in town? Excellent. Okay. As you are sort of talking to folks on the underground and asking about a way out, are you looking for just a way out of town or a way off planet? Okay. You realize after talking to some folks, most people are pretty down and out, pretty poor. And much of the response that you get is to hustle to make credits. You're feeling maybe pretty down about the hopes of getting off planet in your current situation. And the locals, they don't uh, they don't have a ship for you. They tell you that the most that they do is keep their head down, survive, try to keep Timo happy. Okay. As you are just sort of down and out and trying to keep your head low, you do see a small crew that look like they are very directive in their walk through the town of Moshuta. A human, a Jawa, an Ewok, and a droid. You see some local scouts sort of get stiff. You recognize them as folks that work for Timo, starting to approach you as the confrontation heats up. The scouts eventually close the distance a bit and say, "Everything all right here?" And they're looking at Exile as he reholsters his weapon. Mr. Harkin, you should know that the hut has eyes everywhere. Is this your crew? Okay, yeah, why don't you roll me a, what's the equivalent of, like, stealth? Is there a stealth? Great. Great, I'm just gonna pretend like it's D&D and I'll let y'all figure it out. So roll stealth. Um, oh, right, you're right, you're right. Okay, okay, just be aware that if you don't bring back the shipment, Timo will have all of your heads. If Timo has not told you, it is not my job to tell you. Like you said, best not to piss off a hut. He starts to turn away. The rat in the hut. Funny. You're funny. Okay, he walks away. You guys continue your way out of town. Um, you said you were out of town, so I'm gonna basically imagine that you're in a scrap pile somewhere, and as they walk by it, they hear the oh. Okay, you guys are starting to. You're getting quite a ways out of town. You've been walking for an hour or two, and off on the hillside, you see a Bith on a sled. And the way that your trajectory is working as you walk, he's kind of making his way down this hill, and it looks like the path will intersect anyway. Sure, yeah. Why don't you exile the investigation check? And I guess I'm gonna have Bith roll Happam Thumb. You're gonna roll a uh, yeah. You're gonna roll a yeah. Let's see if you actually found it. Roll investigation. So he's checking it out to see if it's the real engine. We're gonna see how well you did finding it. Yeah, and XL, you know a little bit about engines. It's definitely a part of the series. You're not sure if it's the exact series of that engine, but he's got an engine that looks like the one that he's describing. Yeah, investigation. It looks like a pretty dusty, rusty engine. Don't see anything necessarily poking out that attracts your eye. The wagon, though, looks to be have an ornate piece on it, almost like a little gemstone that looks like maybe like a child would have glued to it. Something that um, looks almost ornate, but in sort of a cheesy kind of, uh, like faux jewelry kind of way. You might, if you had like some type of blade or scraping tool, you think you could probably knock it off. All right, no ship. Well, I mean, you were assigned right now from the hut to explore this particular trade route, a popular trade route that he told you about. And somewhere along this route is where a shipment of supplies was. It's on the ground. There are trade routes in space as well, so I could see your confusion. I know. Star Wars is three dimensions. It's like I'm so used to being just on the ground or the underground. So as you right. So you come into a smaller, set of these clay kind of heated homes. This definitely does not look like a civilized village, though. There are scraps and pieces, but civilized enough that these homes look like they have some sort of source of heat heating them. But as you approach this, it's a trade route. Sometimes people stop here to fill up their canteens and whatnot. But as you approach, it feels a little strange, more quiet than normal, at least in your experience of going through this route before. There have been at least one or two folks sitting in the shade and chatting or filling up water from the local well. But here, it just seems quiet. Okay, you sure can. Uh, Yeah, that sounds good. It would have been like, yeah, like one of those beasts, like drawn carriages type of thing. Mm-hmm. How would you know? Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, there would be a Timo insignia. That sounds good. So Euro, I need a perception check. Does everyone can see the map? Okay. Euro, as you are looking around, you all start to ready those actions, looking for a threat. You do spot a quick shadow from atop this structure there. I don't know if you could see my ping, but as you sort of glanced around and looked up, it's about 20 feet up. You did think that you saw something sort of duck behind the edge of the roof there. Oh, okay. So like you sort of look away and then peek back. Yeah, let's have you roll perception again. Whoa, what did I just click? I Oh, because I had everyone still chosen. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just needed one dice roll there. Um, okay, so you definitely see a figure with a long gun that looks like a Tuscan Raider hanging out on top there. And you barely see him as you peek over. You really just see his weapon setting up in position. So if you're trying to do a surprise round, they see you. So if you're trying to like, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need also a perception check. How about from Exile, Mimic, uh, QB, and Beetle? Let's see what you guys see. Perception. Okay. What about Beetle? Beetle? It's all right. All right. So, QB and Exile, you both are able to make out a similar situation atop this structure. It's a little bit lower to the ground, maybe only 8 feet up. Also, a raider who from what you can make out, again, their weapon is sort of pointed through a little gap in the edge of this structure, almost like just like a, yeah, as if it was if you imagine sort of those castle grounds with little gaps in them. You see some movement over that way as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not really a window. It's sort of on the roof. But yeah, you see a shifting hood. You do. And we'll roll initiative. What happened to my effing music? I know. Let's roll this combat track. How about battle theme? Might be loud. All right. So you can, if there's a little musical note for audio playlist, and you have global controls. Um, so you might have to check your playlist controls. If I do this, can you hear it? Interesting. Everyone else, can you? Yeah, there's been issues with music in the past. You're welcome to do a F5 refresh and see if that fixes it. Meanwhile, Minnick, you are up. You definitely sense from your party that there's tension and danger. You see a couple of them ducking behind that hut over there. Um, all right, any actions? All right, Euro. Oh yeah, there's yeah, like an arrow that says end turn maybe, or maybe the bottom up for you guys. And you can always right click on the little fist at the top and it'll pop out the tracker if you need. Yep, and if you just click on the little dice next to your icon, it can pop it into chat so folks can read it. I just did it for you, but in the future, you just, in your character sheet, the little, when you hover over critical analysis, the little left icon turns into a d20 dice. And that will just pop it into the chat so folks can read your skill. All right. You got it. You're going to remind me. This guy is up. He's gonna go after Exile. He's the biggest target. He's in the lead, and that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna take his rifle and attack you, which is going to hit for 9 damage. You Yeah, I can't track my dice. He's also gonna take a little bonus action and he whistles. And you see from the sides of these huts here, a couple of creatures show up, and they look to be like just ferocious little nasty rat creatures. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder in the Star Wars universe. All right, Happ'em Thumb. You see a blast come from the roof, nailing your friend. Oh, yes, you do. Thank you for reminding me. Go ahead and make your attack. So, Alt, click to target. Yes. Yep, so you could double right click to target or alt click to target. Or if you select someone's token, the little double circles, or on the left hand side, just above under your little person, there's a little double circle thing. So lots of ways to target. I prefer alt click, but double right click is also really fast. So yes, you end up seeing the blast hitting your, I don't know if we'd call them friends yet, but your human companion there, and you unleash your attack. And it does hit from what you can tell. You see a little smoke coming up from his hood just beyond there. Happ'em Thumb is up. You do. It does work. Okay, so little spectrum. You see not quite steam, or not quite like the heat of a laser gun, but the cold of a frost gun. And you hear, "Ugh!" That's gonna be what my Tuscan sounds like today. Uh, anything else happen? All right, Beatles up. All right. We're gonna have to work on the sound in this game because it's being a turd. Yeah, what's up with that? What's the, yeah, we'll see if it repeats. That's the thing. All right, alt click to target or double right click. There you go. So you all see this droid walk up with his wrist blaster, and it flies over as the Womp Rat dodges it, and looking at you, droid, with this just fierce yellow reddish eyes. Okay, we've got this guy. What is your speed, my friend? Okay, he's going to... Oh, my speed's not working either. Let's see. 5, 10. Oh, yeah. He's going to get right up to the droid here and take a tasty bite. Unable to do so, just the metal frame is able to resist. And I believe, yeah, these guys are working at the same time, I think. So he's going to move up too. He's going to engage his pack tactics feature, which gives him advantage on attack rolls against a creature. Oh, if it's grappled by at least one of the rat's allies. So not grappled. Let's check out the bite. So if it does, okay, so if this guy bites you, then they could do their tactics. Does hit, and you automatically do the saving throw. What's it say? That you, oops, oh my gosh. I just went crazy with my thing. So you got bit. Your saving throw, I need a DC 10 strength saving throw. It doesn't look like it did it automatically. Oops. So if you click on, yep, maybe you got it. Oh wait, maybe it automatically did it. I don't know what it just did. So you got a 22 on your strength saving throw. So this thing leaps up at you, and you feel almost the threat of it knocking you over, but you're managed to sort of put one foot in the back to brace yourself and find yourself able to stay on your feet. You do take the bite damage though, and you are slightly injured from that bite damage. This one back here is probably not going to aim after his rat buddies. He's going to go beyond, aiming for little QB back there with his rifle. With a hit. QB down 7 hit points as you take damage. And you are up, QB. Sure thing. I'm gonna change his armor class since he probably does have quarter cover or half cover, so he's gonna he's just got a +2 to cover, so it's still not that much, so you should be fine. Oh, I love it when Steve plays. Hey, you still hit. And describe your kill. I imagine that he falls to his death, but you go ahead. Yeah. All right. Remind me, I mean, if you're in full cover, I think right there you probably would be in total full cover from at least the other Tusken Raider. So, okay. Exile, you're hurt pretty bad. You just got blasted, and you see a Tusken Raider fall from heights. On the one side of you, you see your droid friend getting attacked by these giant rat things, and you see another Tusken Raider aiming at you. Blopping. It does hit, doing 4 damage. He's injured. You see some. You smell the fur on it burning more than you see it hurting. All right. Minix up. Nice. You are able to nail it as it was focused on the droid and the running away human. You kill it dead. You got it. Euro. Yeah, we're probably going to be doing that a lot this campaign. I'm going to like reread the whole player's handbook before I start next week. Exile. Sure. So if you put pressure on his, like, to heal him, yeah, why don't you go ahead and throw that into the chat by clicking on it so we can all learn and read together. Administer aid. I am adding it to your class invocations and throwing it into chat. I don't know why it wasn't in your sheet, but That's what we're here for. As an action, you can expend a superiority die to tend to a creature you can touch. The creature regains a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your intelligence modifier. And your intelligence modifier? 3. Sure, I'll go ahead and add that for you, buddy. Anything else, Euro? Okay, is that that's an action. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a bonus. Do you want to practice ending your turn? So under the combat tracker, end turn at the bottom. There is. That Raider's dead. All right, I do it a lot. I do. Happ'em Thumb, speaking of. Do you have a short circuit feature? There you go. Thank you. Gotcha. You electrocute a creature within range. The range is 120 feet. Wow. That's impressive. All right. You missed, however, but he's still. Hold on. What's if you miss on a hit? If the it's disadvantage on attack, blah blah. Why did it still give him damage? That's odd. Yeah. Well, I didn't read anything that said that. Nope, it does not say anything about that. So we got to fix short circuit. Fix Bob's short circuit. Note has been taken. All right. Anything else, Bob? Or Hop 'em. Do you want to practice ending your turn, Bob? All right, Beetle, B2-TT13, engages his fighting style. You're going after the rat. I find your lack of faith disturbing. You badly miss. That was your wrist blaster. Yeah, for this game, it's super easy to think of crit fails because your wrist blaster jams. I didn't. Yeah, that would basically be either an. I'll treat it as a bonus action if you want to do like a sleight of hand to see if you can smack it clear. No, I do not have a crit fail table yet for this campaign, but you are unable to unjam it quite yet. He's going after the droid right in front of him. Misses again, unfortunately, unable to knock him prone. Yeah, he's probably not going to move. They're not that smart. So that's what he does. Ooh, yeah, this one is going to go after Happ'em Thumb because he doesn't want to shoot his rat friend. You see a rifle blast right in your direction, nailing you for 4 points of damage. QB. Long left click. Reach him with what? Well, it depends on the range, but yeah, what is that? Do you have line of sight? If you, yep, if you went, yeah, you could break up your movement. Remember, it's a simulation game, so if you think you can do it in real life, the chances of you convincing me is high. Oh yeah, you have an ally within. If you click on sneak attack, it might just roll it for you. There we go. Yeah, describe your kill, my friend. You're the second kill. You're just like in the right turn order. All right, Exile. You see this, and you do see two dead rat corpses, or at least you hear them, Exile. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I got distracted. You can do hits. Nice. You can. Whatever you did it. It was great. Was it within range? Probably. You got it. 4160. So hold on a second though, because if you're beyond 40, it is at disadvantage. So why don't you just roll a d20? Just roll a regular d20 using. Oh, I don't have my dice tray up, do I? Okay. So with a 5 plus 3, 8. So that would have missed. So I undid the 3 damages. So he's got a range on his weapon that says 40/160. And if you're shooting within 40 feet, it's a normal roll. If you go beyond between 41 feet and 160 feet, it is at disadvantage. Right. Yep. Yep. Not just hard to see, because yeah, you could still attack something that's hard to see. It would be at disadvantage. But yeah, I imagine at 161 feet, it sort of arcs and hits the ground. Cool. All right. Our Jawa friend up there. Nice. All right. Targeted strike. You could do that for allies? Interesting. I'm going to throw that into chat so everyone can see that. Oh, sorry, I might have used your ability, so you might have to edit how many uses you have. We'll do a rest anyway, since we're gonna start fresh next week. Okay, so targeted strike. Excellent. Good work. That's fun. So, did you already roll that dice? Okay, let me add a 4 more damage to our friend there. Oh man, he is hurting. Oh, I do have my dice tray up. I didn't see it earlier. Great. That brings us to Euro, right? Yeah. Yeah, we do have little rulers on the side. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You managed to hit. Describe your kill, Euro. All right, that is how. You sure can. So we do have a whisper feature in Foundry. If you just do /W DM maybe, you can whisper who you're doing it for, and then I can just have like everyone roll a perception check to see if you can pull it off. Or you could just do it out in the open and just tell me, and we can just make sure we're not metagaming. Whatever you want to do. Oops, you're cutting. Hold on. Sorry, I'm losing. Am I the one that's buggy? Hold on, I'm turning off my video. I don't know, I didn't hear anything you said. Everyone went buggy. Wah, wah, wah. Hello? The fuck? All right, that was fun. No, I didn't hear anything Nyla said because it went all buggy. Sure, for Exile? Yeah, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand versus his perception. Exile perception check. Oh, yeah. So let's see. You rifle through his pockets. I don't know. What is. You got all choppy too, my friend. I'm just disabling folks' video. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, right. What'd you say, Steve? Before that? No, before that. Before you got all buggy. All right. Let's see. You rifle through his pockets, and you manage to grab. I don't know. Roll a d4 for me, Euro. you managed to grab his comm link, actually. Okay, I'm taking it away from his and go ahead and make yours to inventory. Uh, did everyone figure out their battle things? Because I can make these guys live just to test out a feature if you wanted to, or test out a force power, tech power, or whatever. Everyone can. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, yep, I can. I'll take a note to add the whisper macro. I'm glad that you used it. I wasn't sure what people use. No, I don't think that feature ever worked, but I unchecked that box. So you could whisper without me knowing freely. Yeah, and there's a lot of. And oh, you're a paladin. Yep. That's right. I should say there's no player versus player like straight up like killing other players kind of thing. I'm pretty much like sort of on the rails kind of thing because I prep all the maps and stuff. So if you go off the rails, it's just not fun. Not to say that you can't make choices that affect the world and whatnot, but for me, no PvP stuff. No like we're not gonna do role playing like rape situations. So those are sort of my rules. Does anybody else have uh, certain topics, boundaries? I should add, no like racism sort of chat, or that kind of bigotry. I mean, in game, right? There might be some racism, right? Nobody likes Ewoks. Just kidding. Uh, what? Ah, yeah, is that a rule? Okay, no killing dogs. Yeah, we'll just. They're all womp rats. Um, yeah. Sure. Some people, a common one that I hear about is hurting children. How do y'all feel about situations that may involve not necessarily the characters like needing to hurt children, but if there's a situation where, someone's kidnapped, for example, and a bad guy wants to kill him? Okay. So no death of children. Sure. Alden, we're talking about just session zero boundaries in terms of what's okay, what's not okay. We've got a small list right now. No death of children, no killing dogs, no rape role play, no bigotry, racism, anti-LGBTQ kind of stuff. Um, yeah, just I think Bob Hopdude has to hop off, so but yeah, just anything that, yeah, yeah, yep. It's a collective. It takes a group to have fun. So yeah, anything come up for you, Alden, in terms of what's a big X card? Ri- Yeah, but you're like, he's like, so I hear Alden saying, rape and pillage as you please. Hey, where is Alden and Nihilus? Where y'all from state-wise? Right on. Oh, wow. Canada. Should we do we? Yeah, do we have any anti-Canadian, anti-American rules, or are we all good bashing each other? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think everyone's pretty easygoing, and something that the new guys don't know. You should know that I am a mental health counselor, so if there is an issue, I would rather you sort of bring it up and we hash it out as a crew. I think that a little bit of these tougher discussions can make for a longer term fun game rather than holding shit inside or just ghosting the group or whatever. Um, so yeah, any questions on that? Sure, sure. It's common. It's common, yeah. And there is research that bobs are statistically less intelligent, so that might help. Now we're getting all buggy again. Oh yeah. Yeah, watch out. There's a couple of lefties. Um, I will play with at least 3 players. So if people can't make it, you can just let me know if you just want to sort of ghost ride, or if you want to just have your character stepping into the shadows for the session or whatever. I do have essentially, I know I told you all 2, but looking into it more, I have a way to extend it an extra 10. So there's essentially a 12 session package possibly. Um, so I did tell you 2. So we could do 2, and then we will decide if we want to extend it after 2. Um, but we'll plan. Go ahead. Oh, you haven't. Yeah. Yeah. You know your character sheet better than these yahoos. Yeah. Next week, 7 o'clock. Cool. Yeah, and in terms of storyline, whatever you guys were trying to get shipment wise, it didn't work out. You couldn't find it, and now Timo's thugs are after you, and that's where we will pick. Oh yeah, you know that 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 first hit from. Go ahead. There you go. And I was gonna say after that first hit on Exile from the Tuscan Raider, I was just ready for starting off with a TPK, and they were gonna steal your engine. All right, see you, Bob. For everyone else, the game will be generally up if you need to get into your character sheet. If you discover something, I'll leave a stormtrooper on there for target practice. If you discover something that's not working or it should work this way or whatever, just shoot me a private message on Discord. And sometimes the game is not up. If you do want to get in there, just shoot me a message and say, "Hey, can I get into this game?" Instead of I have a Greek themed game going that might be up as well. So just let me know, and I can easily switch it over. Any questions, comments, feedback for me? Yeah, what's the tech power called? I have you. Ion Blast is on there. That's your at will tech power, right? Good job, Mike. Ooh. Yep, but those are also added from the control space, so should be fairly easy. All right. Well, thanks all for playing.